who shall dwell in these worlds if they be inhabited? Are we or they lords of the world? And how are all things made for man? No one would have believed in the last years of the 19th century that this world was being watched keenly and closely by intelligences greater than man's and yet as mortal as his own. That as men busied themselves about their various concerns, they were scrutinized and studied, perhaps almost as narrowly as a man with a microscope might scrutinize the transient creatures that swarm and multiply in a drop of water. With infinite complacency, men went to and fro over this globe about their little affairs, serene in their assurance of their empire over matter. No one gave a thought to the older worlds of space as sources of human danger, so vain is man, and so blinded by his vanity, that no human up to the very end of the 19th century expressed any idea that intelligent life might have developed beyond its earthly level. Yet across the gulf of space, intellects vast and cool and unsympathetic regarded this earth with envious eyes, and slowly and surely drew their plans against us. And at the turn of the century came the Great Disillusionment. I might not have heard of the eruption on Mars had I not met Ogilvy, the well-known astronomer at Ottershaw. He was immensely excited at the news,
No way to explain it.
and in the excess of his feelings invited me up to take a turn with him that night in his scrutiny of the red planet.
Your readers would be astonished.
In spite of all that has happened since, I still remember that vigil very distinctly. The black and silent observatory, the shadowed lantern throwing a feeble glow upon the floor in the corner, the steady ticking of the clockwork of the telescope.
Go ahead. Have a look.
The planet seems to quiver.
This is the telescope vibrating with the action of the clockwork that keeps the planet in view.
I see.
Presently, Mars is only 40 million miles sunward of us. It is odd, by the by, that for countless centuries Mars has been the star of war, no doubt somewhat due to its red color. During the opposition of 1894, a great light was seen on the illuminated part of Mars. English readers first heard of it in the issue of Nature dated August 2nd, I believe. Peculiar markings, as yet unexplained, were seen near the site of that outbreak during the next two oppositions.
Could this light have been some massive fire?
Highly unlikely. The secular cooling that must someday overtake our planet has already gone far indeed on our neighbor Mars. In its equatorial region, the midday temperature barely approaches that of our coldest winter. Its air is much thinner than ours, its oceans have shrunk. Mars is in its last stage of exhaustion, which to us is still incredibly remote. Lavelle of Java it was, who set the wires of the astronomical exchange palpitating with the amazing intelligence of a huge outbreak of incandescent light upon the planet 6 years ago. It had happened towards midnight, and the spectroscope indicated a mass of flaming gas, chiefly hydrogen, moving with an enormous velocity towards this Earth. This jet of fire had become invisible about 12:15. It was as if a colossal puff of flame suddenly and violently squirted out of the planet, as flaming gases rush out of a gun.
Dr. Ogilvy, I believe I am witnessing another jetting out of flames from the distant planet.
I shouldn't think so. Probably a slight augmentation of the lens. Hold on! You are right. It is another outbreak of fire. Oh, my. This is extraordinary. The streamer of light is moving out towards us.
Perhaps Mars has inhabitants who are signaling us.
Ah, good God, no. It is highly unlikely that organic evolution has taken the same direction in the two adjacent planets. The chances against anything manlike on Mars are 1,000,000 to 1. No, I believe that meteorites might be falling in a heavy shower upon the planet, or that a huge volcanic explosion is in progress.
Hundreds of observers saw the flame that night, and the night after about midnight, and so for 10 nights, a flame each night. Why the shots ceased after the 10th no one on Earth has attempted to explain.
And there, that bright dot of light creeping zenithward is Mars.
Which one?
The orange one.
Orange? Why, they're all the same.
No, they're quite different actually. Just there, the twinkling one.
Oh, I think I see it.
Good. Now, if you compare its hue to the other stars surrounding it, you can see that the others have a slightly blue-green cast, whereas Mars has a ruddy orange cast.
Yes.
You see it?
No, they're all the same.
Well now, you're really not trying.
I am so. They're so bright and colourful.
I don't see it, they all look the same.
Well, now you're not really trying, are you?
No, not really.
It felt so safe and tranquil. Then came the night of the first falling stars. I was at home at that hour and writing in my study. This strangest of all things that ever came to Earth from outer space must have fallen while I was sitting there.
It fell about 20 miles to the east.
No one seems to have troubled to look for the falling mass that night. But very early in the morning, Ogilvy, who had seen the shooting star and who was persuaded that a meteorite lay somewhere on the common between Horsell, Ottershaw and Woking, rose with the idea of finding it. Find it he did, soon after dawn.
That's odd. What sound is that? It must be the unequal cooling of the surface. No birds. Where are the birds? Why aren't they singing? Ash. Why is the ash falling only from the end of the cylinder? heavens! There's a man in it. Men in it. Half roasted to death, trying to escape. In the pit! A cylinder! The man is unscrewing the top! He's from another world! Wait! There's a man inside from another world! My good man, you must stop what you're doing and drive me to Woking at once!
Aye? What for?
A cylinder has landed in Horsell Common.
Oh, it has it?
I believe it's from another world.
Another world?
Yes. And what's more astonishing is the thing is unscrewing.
Unscrewing?
And I believe there's a man inside.
A man inside. Well, we best get a move on. This is big news. A man unscrewing in a cylinder.
From another world.
Oh, well, that doesn't happen every day on Horsell Common. Best you come with me into the tap room, where I'll gather up some things I have to take into Woking.
This must be the most astounding event in recorded human history.
Well, the chickens will have to wait.
No! You can't! You can't! Don't! I'm not mad, I'm telling the truth! There's a fallen cylinder in Horsell Common!
Yes or no? A man in a cylinder unscrewing it from another world. You're a lunatic!
You must let me out! People need to be told!
You can tell your story to the constable.
I'm telling the truth!
You're a lunatic! A lunatic!
Wait! Please, I beg of you! Henderson! Did you see the shooting star last night?
Well,
It's out on Horsell Common now.
fallen meteorite.
It's something more than a meteorite. It's a cylinder, an artificial cylinder, man, and there's something inside.
Inside?
I believe there's a man inside.
A man? Inside the meteorite? Good Lord! It's as you said.
That's sizzling. It sounds like air entering or escaping.
If there's men inside, perhaps we should try to signal them.
Yes. Oh, yes, we must at once. tremendous heat when I was here before. I scarcely see how someone could survive such a furnace. The man or men inside must be insensible or dead.
Yes, I see your point. What can we do? If there are only two of us, we must get help.
We should try and reassure them. Hello in there! We know you're in there, and we'll bring back help.
So that we may bring you outside. We promise. We will get you out of there. How can we even be sure that they even understand us?
We have no way. We must hurry.
What news today?
Not printed in the Chronicle, but everyone's going to the Commons to see the dead men from Mars.
Dead men from Mars?
That's what they're saying. They got cooked alive in a giant pot that fell from the sky.
On Horsell Common, you say?
Yes, in the sand pits.
It was only when I got thus close to it that the strangeness of this object was at all evident to me. But I had a certain amount of scientific education, enough to perceive that the grayscale of the thing was no common oxide. The yellowish-white metal that gleamed in the crack between the lid and the cylinder had an unfamiliar hue. Extraterrestrial had no meaning for most of the onlookers. It was quite clear in my own mind that the thing had come from another world, though I had no idea it was a neighbor planet, the planet Mars.
Lads, get away from there.
Oi! I heard they were supposed to be men or something. I think I half expected to see some charred corpses or some such.
I think it's highly improbable that it contains any living creature.
Oh, what about the top? It looks like it unscrews. That has to be man-made.
It might be automatic, I think. It's perhaps some kind of container with a manuscript inside. The difficulties in the translation that might arise.
Like a message in a bottle?
But from across an ocean of space.
Perhaps we could find some coins inside.
Perhaps. And scale models and so forth.
You mean like a train set?
Yes, perhaps something like that.
They must be some big models.
Ogilvy had sent a wire to the Astronomical Exchange and roused every observatory in the Three Kingdoms. The early editions of the evening papers had startled London.
We don't know what's going to happen.
Bring in the shovels!
Fascinating, isn't it? Perhaps the scientific discovery of our time.
I should think. From where do you believe they have come?
Mars. The timing of this cylinder's arrival coincides with the flashes seen upon the red planet's surface. Taking into account the distances it would have had to have traveled.
Extraordinary. A container from the planet Mars.
I wonder if I could call upon you for a favor.
I am at your service.
Would you mind going over to see Lord Hilton, the Lord of the Manor? The growing crowd, you see, is becoming a serious obstacle to our excavations, especially the boys. We would like a light railing put up and some help to keep the people back.
Most certainly. Are you making any progress?
None yet, I'm afraid. A faint stirring has been occasionally still audible within the case until about an hour ago. But the workmen have thus far failed to unscrew the top, as it affords no grip. The case appears to be enormously thick, and it is possible that the faint sounds we heard represented a settling of materials in the interior. Now, you boys stay back. This is the last time I'm going to ask you.
I'll go to Lord Hilton.
Over here! Hey,
Thank you! Lord Hilton is not at home.
Might I inquire as to when he will return?
He is expected back from London by the 6 o'clock train from Waterloo.
Oh. Thank you, Mary.
Lord Hilton, I do beg your pardon. I come bearing a message of the utmost importance from Dr. Ogilvy and his contingent on Horsell Common.
Keep back! Keep back!
Help! Keep these idiots back! We don't know what's in the confounded thing, you know. Keep back! Keep back!
He's falling in the pit. A man's falling in the pit.
I'm amazed. I've never seen anything like these creatures.
Nor have any. Their fear is palpable.
I have grave concerns.
For the crowds? Although these creatures' physical likeness is clearly nothing like ours, I see no reason to believe they mean us harm.
I fear for our new visitors. A frightened mass of humans can be quite dangerous, like the stampede of cattle.
Yes, of course. I shall dispatch a man to telegraph from Horsell to the barracks for the help of a company of soldiers to protect these strange creatures from violence.
As I hid amongst the pine, gripped by an ungovernable terror, the odd thought came to me that anyone coming along the road from Chobham or Woking would have been amazed at the sight. A dwindling multitude of perhaps 100 people or more staring hard at a few heaps of sand, and beyond that which lay within the pit, those things with their extraordinarily immense eyes, at once vital, intense, inhuman, crippled, monstrous. What could be going on there?
What ugly brutes. Good God, what ugly brutes.
Did you see a man in the pit? I did not dare to go back towards the pit, but I felt a passionate longing to peer into it. Evidently the other people shared my mental conflict. I noted a little knot of men, Ogilvy, Stent and Henderson, the foremost of whom was waving a white flag. Evidently, it had been resolved to show the marshals by approaching them with signals that we too were intelligent.
Lad! Young lad! Take this to the post office. There's a special wire to the evening paper. It must be delivered post haste.
I must have remained there some time.
Good night to you, sir.
What news from the common? Aye? What news from the common?
Ain't you just been there?
People seem a fair silly about the common. What's it all about?
Haven't you heard about the men from the stars, the creatures from the heavens?
Quite enough, thanks.
You'll hear more yet.
As I could collect myself sufficiently, I told her the things I had seen.
One by one, neighbours, friends, Stent, Henderson, Ogilvy. Hundreds more.
The dinner, which was a cold one, remained neglected on the table while I told my story.
Chases. There is one thing. They are the most sluggish things I ever saw crawl. They may keep the pit and kill people who come near them, but they cannot get out of it. But the horror of them.
Don't, dear.
Poor Ogilvy. To think he's lying dead there.
They may come here. They may come here.
They can scarcely move. By my reasoning, the odds are dead set against the invaders.
What if your reasoning is wrong?
They have done a foolish thing. They are dangerous because, no doubt, they are mad with terror. Perhaps they expected no living things, certainly no intelligent living things.
They are mad with terror. Who knows what they may unleash upon us?
Then the military will intervene. A mortar shell in the pit. Or if worse comes to worse, we'll kill them all. We will peck them to death tomorrow, my dear.
Men from Mars! Men from Mars!
What the devil? They must be on their way to the common.
I'm frightened.
That's odd.
What is it?
Barometer. It's wildly fluctuating.
What's the latest news?
Last night the Martians were surrounded by some troops. Guns expected. Not to be killed though, if that can be avoided. The troops should be able to capture or destroy the Martians by sundown.
To be sure.
It's a pity they make themselves so unapproachable. I'd be curious to know what it'd be like to live on another planet.
I've seen these brutes up close. Cold mines.
They burned the pine woods about the Byfleet golf links. That's where they say a second one landed. Number 2. One's enough, surely. This lot will cost the insurance people a pretty penny before everything's settled. Wood's still burning. It'll be hot underfoot for days on account of the thick soil of pine needles and turf. Poor Ogilvy.
They must be talking about the Martians.
Everyone is, ma'am.
Yes, I expect so.
It frightens me, ma'am. I heard they have many arms and smell like beasts.
You mustn't believe all the rumors you hear, Mary.
Yes, ma'am.
My younger brother was in London when the Martians fell at Woking. He was a medical student working for an imminent examination, and he heard nothing of the arrival until Saturday morning. The morning papers on Saturday contained lengthy special articles on the Martians.
My brother lives near there. I've a mind to go down there tonight and see the things
before they are killed.
No one is allowed over the canal.
What news have you?
Not much. We've just been deployed. The military have made the people on the outskirts of Ursel lock up and leave their houses.
I saw them last night.
The Martians? What can you tell us? What weapons do they have?
They have a heat ray.
A heat ray?
A glowing light. Travels throughout the air, producing enormous heat, which instantaneously incinerates all that which it shines upon. The origin of this heat ray is some silver disc of some sort.
That sounds frightening.
Yes. But their knowledge of warfare must be scant. They seem helpless in the pit of theirs. It hardly seems a fair fight.
Well, our siege won't last long once we start the big guns on them. What are they like?
Ghastly creatures. I mean, mostly bought to. Or perhaps a giant head with many tentacles protruding from their sides.
Tentacles? You mean like an octopus?
Yes. But with a mind of some intelligence. Enough to propel themselves to our planet.
Talk about fishers of men. Fighters of fish you be this time. It ain't no murder-killing beast like that.
I should return home.
There's a breakdown between Byfleet and Woking Junction. Some kind of accident. It's preventing all the trains from reaching Woking tonight, sir.
Do you have any idea when the trains will be running again?
Well, they're making the necessary arrangements to alter the routes for the Southampton and Portsmouth Sunday League excursion. It'll be hours. I'm afraid that's the best I can offer you, sir.
The paper contains only a very inaccurate description of the killing of Sten Henderson, Ogilvy, and the others.
What a terrible tragedy.
It says here the Martians have not shown an inch of themselves since this morning. The smouldering pine wood in which the second cylinder had fallen is being shelled.
I don't much care for all this talk of war.
I must confess, the sight of all this armament, all these preparations greatly excite me. In my imagination, we have already defeated the invaders in a dozen striking ways.
I'd say something of your schoolboy dreams of battle and heroism.
Perhaps. That's from the Coleman.
Mayberry Hill must be within range of the Martian's heat ray, now that the college is cleared out of the way. You can't possibly stay here! Mary, I need you to go outside at once and join my wife.
I'm just going to fetch the travel box, sir.
I need you to go outside immediately. You must get away.
Where are we to go?
Your cousins at Leatherhead.
How are we to get to Leatherhead?
Stay here! We are safe here for now. We shall find us a cart. The landlord at the Spotted Dog has one. I must move in haste, for I perceive in a moment everyone upon this hill will be moving.
I mean to rule the earth as he the sky. We really know the sun and I mean to rule the earth as he the sky.
I must have £1, and I've no one to drive it.
I'll give you 2.
What for?
And I'll bring it back by midnight.
£2?
I'll pack a few valuables.
I'm coming with you.
No! It's not safe. What news?
Crawling out of the thing like a dishcloth!
I must offer our neighbor transportation. The 2 of you get on the cart. They have gone to London, and they have locked up their house. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Do you really think it is a good idea that we separate?
You will be safe in Leatherhead. Now I've made up my mind.
Yes, I see that you have. I am frightened, and you lust after adventure.
We'll be fine. The Martians are tied to the pit by sheer heaviness.
I feel safer already. Don't go back there right now. I feel a sense of foreboding.
I made a promise to the innkeeper. I will be safe.
I fear not. Don't do this. Don't leave me tonight.
I need to send this to my brother in Woking.
vast spider-like machines, nearly 100 feet high, capable of the speed of an express train, able to shoot out an intense beam of heat, dear Lord.
I'm sorry, sir, but there appears to be a break in the telegraph lines to Woking.
That's inconvenient. Do you have any idea when they'll be up and functioning again?
I'm afraid not, sir, but I might suggest you try back tomorrow.
Thank you. I'll give you 2.
What for?
And I'll bring it back by midnight. By midnight. Stop, for you! This is my house! I mean you no harm, sir. Where are you going? God knows. Are you trying to hide? That's it. That's it. Come into the house. My God.
What has happened?
They wiped us out. Simply wiped us out.
Take some whiskey.
I'd only come into action about 7. I'm a driver in the artillery. At that time, firing was going on across the common.
We should go up to my study. We'll be able to survey the country better there.
Never have I seen destruction so indiscriminate.
Look, there. It seems that the pit has been enlarged.
We should withdraw from the window. As the dawn goes brighter, we have no way of knowing whether or not they can see us.
They say Woking was destroyed. They have some kind of black smoke on Orsa Common. It was awful. There was a flash of light, they say, and poof, all the people were burned to death. We should leave town at once.
This house is no place to stay in.
I agree. I intend to make my way Londonward and thence rejoin my battery.
I intend to return at once to Leatherhead and join my wife.
I should have started at once, but my companion had been in active service and he knew better than that. We lined every available pocket with packets of biscuits and slices of meat. He made me ransack the house for a flask which we filled with whiskey.
Save for ourselves, there does not seem to be a living soul on Maybury Hill.
I believe the majority of the inhabitants have escaped. I suppose by the way of the old Woking Road. The road I had taken when I drove to Leatherhead.
Don't get eaten!
We're the beast tamers.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do, sir. There's fighting going on about Weybridge.
Everything is strangely still.
Yes, even the birds are hushed.
Lieutenant! You're the first man I've seen coming this way this morning. What's brewing?
Guns destroyed last night, sir. I've been hiding. Trying to rejoin batteries, sir. You'll come in sight of the Martians, I expect, about half mile along this road.
What the dickens are they like?
Giants enormous, sir. 100 feet high. 3 legs and a body like aluminum, with a mighty great head and a hood, sir.
Get out. What's confounded nonsense?
You'll see, sir. They carry a kind of box, sir, that shoots fire and strikes you dead.
What do you mean, a gun?
No, sir. Comes out of the body. It's got a mirror on top.
And the artilleryman began a vivid account of the heat ray.
Lights and a swish and a light and fire comes out of it.
It's perfectly true.
Well, I suppose it's my business to see it too. Look here, we're detailed here clearing people out of these houses. You'd better go along and report yourself to Brigadier General Marvin and tell him all you know. He's at Weybridge. Know the way?
I do.
Half-mile, you say?
At most.
Thank you.
They rode on, and we saw them no more.
That's good! At least they'll get one fair shot off at any rate.
I shall go on.
Can you tell me what these Martians are like?
Boilers on stilts, I tell you, striding along like men.
It's bows and arrows against the lightning anyhow. They haven't seen that fire beam yet.
Weybridge was in such confusion as I had never seen in any town before.
The idea people seem to have here, or that the Martians are formidable human beings.
Yes.
Get off! This is valuable! Get off! This is valuable!
Do you know what's over there?
I was explaining this is valuable!
Death! Death is coming! Death!
I mean to get away from Shepperton Station.
Gunfire.
The fighting is beginning.
The soldiers will stop them!
The heat ray!
Very slowly I realized that by a miracle I had escaped, and cylinder followed cylinder on its interplanetary flight. Every 24 hours brought them reinforcement. For a long time I drifted, painful and weary from the violence and the intense heat upon the water. My mind drifted to something Ogilvy had said to me at the observatory, about Mars being in the last stage of exhaustion. I thought about how this immediate pressure of necessity must have brightened the Martians' intellects, enlarged their powers, and hardened their hearts. Then my fears got the better of me again.
Have you any water?
You've been asking for water for the last hour. What does it mean? What do these things mean? Why are these things permitted? What sins have we done? The morning service was over. I was walking through the roads to clear my brain for the afternoon. And then fire, earthquake, death, as if it was Sodom and Gomorrah. All our work undone. All the work. What are these Martians?
What are we?
I was walking through the roads to clear my brain, and suddenly, fire, earthquake, death. All the work. All the Sunday schools. What have we done? What has Weybridge done? Everything gone. Everything destroyed. The church. We rebuilt it only 3 years ago. Swept out of existence. Why? The smoke of her burning goeth up for ever and ever.
Are we far from Sunbury?
What are we to do? Are these creatures everywhere? Has the earth been given over to them?
Are we far from Sunbury?
Only this morning I officiated at early celebration.
Things have changed. You must keep your head. There is still hope.
Hope?
Yes. Plentiful hope. For all this destruction.
This must be the beginning of the end. The end. The great and terrible day of the Lord. When men shall call upon the mountains and the rocks to fall upon them and hide them. Hide them from the face of him that sitteth upon the throne.
Be a man! You're scared out of your wits! What good is religion if it collapses under calamity? Think of what earthquakes and floods, wars and volcanoes have done before to men! Did you think God had exempted Weybridge? He is not an insurance agent.
But how can we escape? They are invulnerable. They are pitiless.
Neither the one nor perhaps the other. And the mightier they are, the more sane and weary we should be. One of them was killed yonder, not 3 hours ago.
Killed? How can God's ministers be killed?
I saw it happen. We are at war with them. We have chance to come in for the thick of it. And that is all.
What is that flicker in the sky?
It is the heliograph signaling. It is the sign of human help and effort in the sky. We are in the midst of it. As quiet as it is. That flicker in the sky tells of the gathering storm. Yonder, I take it, are the Martians. And Londonward, where those hills rise about Richmond and Kingston, and the trees give cover. Earthworks are being thrown up, guns are being placed. Presently the Martians will be coming again.
Listen.
We better follow this path northward.
I say everyone has to go. Out of your rooms. I say everyone has to go. Everyone has to go. Riding the Weybridge, London in danger.
I'll take one.
£1, sir.
£1. Has the world gone mad? The black smoke seems to be drifting riverward.
It's creeping nearer and nearer to us.
Yes. We are safer here for the time being. I have anxiety for my wife. I can only think of her at Leatherhead, mourning me as a dead man. Terrified, endangered. I'm cut off from her, you see. And I did it myself. All that might happen to her in my absence.
If she is in Leatherhead, then the Martians are moving Londonward and away from her.
Look!
Listen! Listen!
It has passed us by. We must move on.
If it's gone, perhaps we should remain. We're safe here. Safe here. Safe here.
I'm leaving.
Safe here. Wait! I'll come with you!
If the Martian looks down, we will immediately perish.
Unhand those ladies, you brutes! No!
Take this.
Go back. Go back to the church!
How did you two ladies find yourselves unaccompanied?
I am Mrs. Elphinstone, and this is my husband's sister, Miss Elphinstone.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
My husband is a surgeon at Stanmore. He was called to a dangerous case of pinner in the middle of the night. At the railway station on his way, he heard of the Martian advance. He hurried home, roused us. The servant had left us 2 days before. He packed some provisions, put his revolver under the seat.
Luckily for us.
He told us to drive on to Edgware with the idea of getting a train there. He stopped behind to tell the neighbours. He would overtake us, he said, at 4:30 in the morning, and now it is nearly 9, and we have seen nothing of him. We could not stop at Edgware because of the growing traffic through the place, and so we had come into this side lane here.
We could stop near to New Barnet. I will stay with you until you can determine what to do. Or at least until Dr. Elphinstone arrives. You'll be safe with me. I am an expert shot with a revolver. We are not safe here.
I agree. We are not. We are remaining. My husband George shall be here presently.
A great disaster has come upon humanity. I'm afraid I must urge you to address the matter of your own safety.
We have money.
So have I.
We have as much as £30 in gold, besides a £5 note. With this, we might get upon a train at St. Albans or New Bonnet.
I believe that to be hopeless. I have seen the fury of the Londoners crowd upon the trains.
What do you suggest?
Strike across Essex, towards Harwich, thence escape the country completely.
No. We wait for George.
I'm afraid...
George will know what to do.
This place is in grave danger.
No. We shall remain.
We must listen to him. We can cross the Great North Road and move on to Bonnet.
No!
If we were unable to stop at Edgware, it is highly likely that George was also prevented entry.
Keep moving. No! protecting them. But for what purpose? No. I don't believe we shall venture again into the road.
Which way then?
We should sneak along the hedgerows and through the plantations.
Get down.
Oh,
they're all around us.
All the more reason to keep going.
I am faint. My throat is parched.
Perhaps you are right. There is a villa over there.
No! You dare not strike a light. Let's eat. What is it?
I think we should push on.
No. You must think about our strength.
Push on? You said we should push on. Now you say we should stay? I say we push on.
No. We must eat and rest.
Push on! No!
It can't be midnight.
Oh. You were insensible for a long time.
We are in darkness again.
Yes.
Your face is wet.
It is blood from a cut forehead.
What has happened? I do not know what has happened.
Shh. You have a bruise on your temple. Are you better? Don't move. The floor is covered with smashed crockery from the dresser. You can't possibly move without making a noise. I fancy they are outside. That.
Yes. What is it?
A Martian.
It is not like the heat ray. As a great fighting machine stumbled into the house. I saw one stumble into the tower of the Shepperton Church. Take us round Edgeware?
It will. Just turn to the left.
Yeah, yeah!
Black smoke! Black smoke! Fire! Fire! Good heavens, what is this you're driving us into?
Fire! Oh, boy! Help! There. Everything's gonna be fine. You can ride with us.
A cylinder shot from Mars has struck this house and buried us in ruins!
God have mercy upon us.
Hope, Hope! Miss Selfingstone, you must take the pony!
I cannot do it!
Yes, you can! Point the revolver at the man behind if he pushes us too hard. No! Point it at his horse. Help me get him out of the road!
I'm going to seek food. Can you hear me, man? Where are you? Our house has collapsed. It has been pulverized and dispersed by the cylinder. We are in the pit it has created. It seems vastly larger than the one at Woking.
What in God's name is that?
It's another of their machines. It's a handling machine. And doubtful if it is in God's name. I count 16 tentacles on the Martians.
Unearthly creatures.
Prussians have taken the whole of London.
Not to worry. I spoke to a gentleman from a nearby camp. Enormous quantities of high explosives are being prepared to be used in automatic mines across the Midland counties.
Another one.
Fell upon Primrose Hill, I think. What are you doing?
We are the Committee of Public Supply. We are seizing this pony its food provisions.
You are nothing of the sort. You are a gang of ruffians and have no right to take that which does not belong to you. That pony belongs to us.
Aye, watch your mouth, or we'll show you what right we have. There are starving people among us, and your pony will feed many.
Then I will not let you.
Don't you worry. We'll be back with a share for you tomorrow.
They're drinking its blood.
Like vampires.
What's happening?
Is it a warship?
Yes. It is an ironclad ram. It is the Thunderchild, I believe.
The sea is so large, I can't cross the water. I cannot do it. Things have always been well and safe at Stanmore. I shall go there.
Come with us to the shore.
I'm sure we'll find George at Stanmore.
Dear sister, calm yourself. We'll be much safer on the continent.
I've never left England. I would rather die than find myself friendless in a foreign country. We're going to Stanmore. That's the end of it.
I've had word. There is no more Stanmore. Better to take our chances with the French than with the Martians.
No!
We need transport to the continent.
The steamer's going to Ostend.
We have money. We can pay well.
£36 for the 3.
£36?
Aye, if your lives are worth it.
Can you send a boat?
Aye.
I've come to you outside. I'm building something. I'm building something.
Slow down, we must conserve.
I'm famished.
As am I. However, I must point out that we must stay in this house until the Martians are done with their pit, and we do not know how long we may remain trapped here. We cannot afford to eat ourselves out of our supplies. Your utter carelessness is intensifying our danger. As much as I loathe to, I will be forced to use physical violence.
Get out of my way!
It might be able to see us. It's going to see us. The Martian saw us. The Martian saw us. The Martian saw you when you went to the hole. Quiet yourself! You went to the Martian saw you. Quiet yourself! The Martian saw you. Far out. The Martian saw you. The Martian saw you when you went to the... I tell you, shut up!
Did you strike me?
Yes. You seem to have great difficulty understanding that we are between starvation and yet more terrible death.
It's mealtime again.
We must focus on our survival.
I am determined to begin a discipline. Last night I divided the food in the pantry into rations to last us for 10 days! I will not let you eat any more tonight!
cannot treat me like this. I am a man of God. People respect me. People look up to me. I am hungry. And my throat is on fire with thirst. Starving. I am a man of God. I'm starving. I'm starving to death. Please, I'm starving to death. I'm starving to death. I'm starving.
It is just, dear God. It is just. It is just, oh God. It is just. On me and mine be the punishment laid. We have sinned. We have fallen short. There was poverty, sorrow. Poor were trodden in the dust, and I held my peace. I preached acceptable folly. Oh God, what folly! When I should have stood up and called upon them to repent. Repent, oppressors of the poor and needy. The winepress of God!
Oh, not raise your voice so.
Raise my voice. Either you let me eat this instant, or I shall shout and bring the Martians upon us.
Be still.
I have been still for too long.
Quiet. Your voice must have reached the pit.
Now I must bear my witness. Woe unto this unfaithful city. Woe! 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 To the inhabitants of the earth by reason of the other voices of the trumpet. Ah! Oh! Woe! Woe! Nay, speak! The word of the Lord is upon me. I must bear my witness. I go. It is already been too long.
Come on, boy.
The Empire of Man has passed away.
Oh, Heaven, Father, if my wife has been taken, I pray that she has not suffered, but that she has suddenly and painlessly been struck out of being.
Stop! There is no food about here. This is my country.
I do not wish to stop here. I think I shall make my way back to Leatherhead to see my wife.
It's you. The man from Woking.
And you are the artillery man who came into my garden.
Good luck! You're the lucky ones. Fancy you. I crawled up a drain, but they didn't kill everyone. Only a rook. This is a bit open.
Have you seen any Martians since I crawled out?
They've gone away across London. I guess they've got a bigger camp there. I've not seen them 5 days. And the night before last, across Hammersmith way, it was just a matter of lights. But it was something up in the air. I believe they've built a flying machine.
A flying machine?
Yes.
If they have that, it's all over with humanity.
It is over with humanity. We're down. We're beat. This isn't a war. It never was a war. Any more than there's war between man and ants. That's all we are now. Just ants. Only.
Yes.
We're eatable ants. At present, they catch us when they want us. But they won't keep on doing that. They'll begin catching us. Systematic. Picking the best and storing us into cages. Lord, they haven't begun on us yet.
Not begun?
Saw people that lived in these houses, running wild for their little season ticket train for fear they'd get dismissed if they didn't. And on Sundays for fear of the year after. As if hell was built for rabbits. Very likely these Martians will make pets of some of them. Train them to do tricks, who knows? And some, maybe. They were trained to hunt us. If they come after me, Lord, if they come after me. We've got to learn while we've got a chance. And we've got to live and keep independent while we learn. I've been thinking about the drains. The main drains are big enough and airy enough for anyone. And the railway tunnels and subways. Hey? You begin to see? And we form a band. Able-bodied, clean-minded men. Able-bodied, clean-minded women we want also. Mothers and teachers. Imagine this. 4 or 5 of their fighting machines suddenly starting off. And not a Martian in them. Not a Martian in them, but men. Swish! Say right. And behold, man has come back to his own. I shall take you to the house. You can see what I've begun.
It was then I had my first inkling of the gulf between the artilleryman's dreams and his powers.
unended. Death is come. Not a day too soon.
Then I saw them. Some in their overturned war machines, some in the now rigid handling machines, and a dozen of them stark and silent and laid in a row were the Martians, dead, slain by the putrefactive and diseased bacteria against which their systems were unprepared, slain as the red weed was being slain after all man's devices had failed by the humblest things that God, in his wisdom, has put upon this earth.
We found you on Primrose Hill. He was delirious. We didn't think you would return to your senses. I'm afraid she was not with you. You haven't spoken of her before. The only word you've uttered is, "The last man left alive." Hurrah! The last man left alive.
I must get to my wife and Leatherhead.
The fate of Leatherhead. Leatherhead has been destroyed. With every soul in it by the Martians.
Destroyed?
Swept out of existence without any provocation.
I must go to Woking. Perhaps she escaped.
Woking is no more. You will only find grief and despair.
I need to see for myself.
You must recover your health first. You're welcome to stay here until you recover.
Thank you for your kindness.
No use, ma'am. The house is deserted. No one has been here in these 10 days. Do not stay here to torture yourself. No one escape but you.
You came. I knew.
The torment was over. Even though the Martian invasion had robbed us of our serene confidence in the future, that day the healing would begin. The survivors scattered over the country, leaderless, lawless, foodless, like sheep without a shepherd. The thousands who had fled by sea would begin to return. The pulse of life, growing stronger and stronger, would beat again in the empty streets and pour across the vacant squares. Whatever destruction was done, the hand of the destroyer was stayed.
I had counted you among the dead.